Foundations: 12 Biblical Truths to Shape a Family. Foundation 7. Walk wisely, that Christ might be visible. Walk in wisdom toward outsiders, making the best use of the time. Colossians chapter 4, verse 5. Day 1. Jesus' walk powers ours. The kinds of shoes you wear say a lot about your interests and activities. Hiking, walking in snow, dressing up, running, walking on the beach. There's a shoe for every walk of life. Our 2 legs and 2 feet were made for walking. They are the way most of us get from point A to point B. Sure, we have cars, trains, and planes that take us great distances today, but that is a relatively new thing. It makes sense then why the scriptures have so much to say about how we walk. In 1969, astronaut Neil Armstrong spoke these now familiar words. That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind. He spoke those words as he walked on the moon. His journey, his words, and certainly his walk captured the imagination of the whole world, and he rightly understood that his stroll on the moon meant far more than just the steps he took. He walked on behalf of all mankind. You and I may never walk in such a fantastic place, but how and where we walk still matters. Jesus, the Son of God, walked among us as one of us. He walked across his nation, Israel, for 3 years, teaching the way of God. He walked with 12 men whom he had chosen to carry his message. And they learned to walk as he did. Jesus' final walk was the most important walk ever taken. He walked with a wooden cross on his shoulders, a cross that he carried for us. He walked to the place his Father had determined, carrying our guilt, our shame, and the wrath we deserved for our sin. Because he took that walk, we can walk in newness of life. The good news of the gospel is that Jesus walked the road to the cross and accomplished salvation on our behalf. It is the gospel of peace because Jesus paid the price for those who believe in him to have no barrier to God or conflicts with him. The Apostle Paul wrote, "Put on the whole armor of God as shoes for your feet, having put on the readiness given by the gospel of peace." Ephesians chapter 6, verses 11 and 15. The shoes from the armor of God are the readiness given by the gospel of peace. That is, the ability to walk with the power and the peace that the good news of Jesus provides. Because Jesus walked on earth to make new life in Christ a reality, we can stand and walk in that newness of life. We can move differently because our shoes are powered not by the best cushioning, greatest arch technology, or sturdiest heels, but by the transforming power of the gospel of peace. To dwell on, Jesus enables us to walk in a new way. To discuss, what are your favorite shoes to wear and why? What might it look like to put on shoes of readiness given by the gospel of peace tomorrow morning before heading off to school, work, a play date, or errands? Share with one another. To memorize, stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and as shoes for your feet, having put on the readiness given by the gospel of peace. Ephesians chapter 6, verses 14 and 15.